Hey guys, welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the expansion Boston Blazers. This is episode 3. And like I said, year 1, I wanted to just I don't want to say run through things, but I wanted to get through things relatively quickly because I think we all know that season 1 is going to be a challenge, and it was a challenge. We finished up 66 and 96, which is it the worst record in baseball? 66 and 96? No, we didn't even have. Oh, we're gonna end up with like the 6th or 7th picks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna end up with either the 5th or the 6th pick in the draft. As the Reds were even worse at 55 and 107. The Rockies 64 and 98. The Rangers 65 and 97, and the Orioles 63 and 99. Let's take a look at how things went for us, though, because there were some good individual performances for sure. Brett Kennedy went 11 and 10 for us with a 4.31 ERA, struck out 175 and 173 innings. Walked a few too many, but was quite good. 3.1 WAR. Looks to be a solid piece for our probably the back of the rotation. Same thing with Steven Fuentes, who was 4 and 7, but put up a 2.88 ERA, a 3.22 FIP. So I mean, he wasn't that far off. Again, he walked a few too many. But his home runs were way down, 2.5 WAR. Brusdar Graterol was fantastic. He was only 1 and 9, but he had 16 saves, 90 hits, and 98 innings. He struck out 92. Really good FIP, especially after we moved him into the bullpen. He became really, really solid. And given that he's only 23, he's a piece that we can hold on to. You know, we can work around Graterol. We don't have to trade him. Matt Crook had a pretty nice season for us as well, just under 2 WAR. Only 130 hits and 157 innings. He walked too many, but you knew that's what we were going to get out of him. But the good stuff, good movement, 3 good pitches, extreme ground ball pitcher. He had a good year for us. Sean Newcomb wasn't terrible, 178 strikeouts and 171 innings, FIP of about 5, good enough as what ultimately is our 5th starter. And then the rest of the bullpen and pitching staff was okay. There were some decent performances. Like I think Jose Alvarado could be a good piece. I mean, he can't walk 8 runners per 9 innings, but he could be pretty good. Fleming, I think, ultimately could be good. He was really bad for us. 1 and 10 with a 7.07 ERA, gave up too many home runs. He walked 3.2 per 9, which for somebody with that control is shocking. So we had some decent performances. One thing I've never looked at is our ballpark. Okay, so it's average. It's average. It looks to be a bit of a pitcher's park, a little bit below average for everything. So a bit of a pitcher's park, but yeah. So that's how things went from the pitching side of things. Offensively, we were, for the most part, a disaster. We had, I would say, 3 or 4 good performances. Hernandez, Camargo, and Andahar were all pretty good, I think. Players that we can safely put into specific positions and just leave them. Same thing with Cedric Mullins. I mean, Mullins ended up with 16 home runs, 30 stolen bases. He just got off to such a bad start. So I think Hernandez, Camargo, Andahar, Mullins, Larnach, Paredes, and Ryan Jeffers. I think that's 6 players that I think are pretty solid in our lineup, and we can make changes around them. So Hernandez, good year for us. 277, 339, 438, put up almost an 800 OPS, 3.2 WAR. Camargo was second on the team in home runs and RBIs, 750 OPS. Miguel Andahar led us in home runs, RBIs, doubles, batting average, slugging, OPS plus. He was our best hitter, which was to be expected given his ratings. Thomas Nido had a pretty good year, but we're going to move on from him. I believe is our Nieto, Thomas Nieto, as I learned in between episodes. We're likely to move on from him. Justin Williams ended up having an okay year, 1.1 WAR, 102 OPS plus, but I think he's better served in a backup role. We talked about Mullins. He just got off to a terrible start, but he's a good defensive outfielder. I guess he's an average defensive outfielder. But a good leadoff hitter with some speed. So, Bat just needs to come along a bit. Nico Goodrum, he's probably done after this year. I like the flexibility, but his ARB number is going to be too high. Larnach came in and did okay for us. 739 OPS. League average, literally 100 OPS plus. But again, those ratings suggest he'll be our opening day left or right fielder next year. And then from there, it was pretty bad. Jeffers was not good after we picked him up. He hit 170 for us. But I am still encouraged. I mean, the eye and home run power suggests that he should hit, even with that 42 contact, suggests that he should hit 230, 240. And if he does that, hits 15 home runs and puts up a decent OPS, he will be well worth the money. Dean and Cameron were just absolutely terrible. So it's kind of where we ended up. Prospects. So we drafted Brendan Beck in the 3rd round. He did pretty well. 6'6", 394 in A-ball. The stuff and the movement are still a little light, but the control is good. He's got the 4 good pitches, so he's coming along nicely as our 3rd round pick. I think it was McCade Brown. He was our 5th round pick. Did our other draft picks, are they hurt? Where are they? Injured list. Yeah, Colton Cowser was our 1st round pick. He's out with a torn rib muscle. Started in rookie ball, was hitting pretty well, 1,000 OPS. So we sent him up to A-ball where he immediately got hurt. And who was our second pick was Obi, right? And Obi got off to a rough start, but again, with that power, we will see how it goes. So yeah, it's a very quick prospect look. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna sim, to the end of the regular season, and then we will start the fun stuff. We will start the off season. So I'll be back when this ends, and we'll go over who won, and we'll start looking at arbitration. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back. So apparently our score was terrible, which, given what we started with, I'm fine with it. He wanted us to find a top 20 prospect. I think we did okay. I mean, we had 1 year, so, cool your jets. So we don't have any of the top 100 prospects, but because we have Larnach, we shouldn't be at the bottom. Yeah, we're 24th. Let's look at the postseason. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go there, though. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here. Playoff tree. So the New York Mets win the World Series in our first simulation season. They defeat the Angels 4-1. So the Diamondbacks beat the Padres in the wild card. In the American League, the Astros beat the Twins. Dodgers swept the D-backs. Mets beat the Cardinals 3-1. Astros beat the White Sox 3-1. The Angels needed 5 to get past the Blue Jays. Angels beat the Astros in 7. Mets beat the Dodgers in 5. And then the Mets beat the Angels in 5. So, yeah, the New York Mets, led by Jacob deGrom, 19-6 with a 2.82 ERA. Good offense, good defense. They win 98 games during the regular season, and they win the very first World Series in this playthrough for us. So it's just nice to see somebody other than the Dodgers up there. For now, it's arbitration. And the first thing I want to do is I want to go here, and I want to go here, and I want to go here, and I want to offer all my minor league players contracts because I need the depth again, just like I did this past season. And let's start looking here. So I don't want to pay Nico Goodrum $3 million, so we are immediately going to see if anybody's interested in him. Nope. So we are going to say goodbye to Nico Goodrum. Andujar wants $2 million. Ooh, wow. Okay, so let's sign him. I'm okay with something like that. Sure. 4 years, $14 million from Miguel Andujar. That works for me. Nieto only wants 1.1, but I don't even want to pay him 1.1 given our other option. Actually, you know what? I think we can pay him that. That'll give our other catchers another year to sort of just work things out in the minor leagues. Jose Alvarado wants 1.1. He's not in the mood to negotiate. Sean Newcomb wants $1 million. That's fine. Matt Strahm pitched in 83 games this year. I don't know that what do we have for money? I guess I should look at that. So we have a little bit. We have $14 million for free agents, $22 million for extensions. I do want to start dumping some money into scouting and development, so let's just do that now so that I don't forget. And I believe we had a ridiculous draft budget, right? Wasn't it like $33 million? Yeah. We don't need $33 million, so we can take this down to 12, I think. We'll probably be fine with it. Bump this up to 5. And that should give us, that gives us a bunch more money to play with. So let's kick this up to 18. I think we can bump our ticket prices to 19, I think. Let's see how that goes. All right, so given that, I think we can probably sign Strahm, I think, for 2-3. I wouldn't say he's a bargain, but I think he's probably okay at that price, given that he pitched in 83 games last year. Camargo, I think we'll bring him back. I think he had a, well worth the 2.8 WAR. If he wants 3, so 3.250, will he take that? Or has it got to be 3.3? No, 3.250 he'll take. All right. Kyle Farmer, more flexibility. He wants next to nothing. I'm okay with that. He doesn't want to negotiate. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head now to, I guess, free agency. Cool. So all of our ARB guys agreed to contracts. So that'll save us a little bit of money come free agency. And we have a little bit of money to play with, but, as always, as always with these expansion type playthroughs, you don't want to go nuts in year one. I don't want to take all $25 million that we have and throw it at one person. I think it makes more sense for us to spread it out and bring in players who are just going to make us better. But signing superstars isn't going to get it. I think I did an expansion playthrough a couple years ago, or it was Out of the Park 21. I don't remember if I did it online or if it was an offline save, but if I remember correctly, I signed, I think it was Juan Soto after a couple of years to play left field for me. And we ended up not winning with him. I just, I don't want to spend $40 million on one player right now. I'd rather sign 4 players for $10 million. Improve the pitching staff, improve our offense, et cetera, et cetera. So we will see, and we know who's going to be there. I mean, it's the same players who are there every single year. You start a new sim, and you get to 2021, so it's going to be Robbie Ray, and it's going to be pitchers like that. So, but we'll see who's available for, maybe there'll be an international guy. I don't know. Oh, shoot. I didn't have... this turned on. So I didn't see who won the awards. All right, so anybody interesting here? Kodai Senga. Yeah, but he wants a lot of money, and he's not that good in this. Seiya Suzuki. He's not bad, but again, they're going to offer him a contract. Yeah, like we have to pay $3.8 million for a posting fee and then $30 million a year. So I'm good. Yeah, none of those guys are any good. Let's sim ahead one more day to free agency. All right, so internationals. This is, hopefully there'll be something here. We'll be able to make a run at, what does he want? He wants, this guy's just unbelievable, but he wants $11 million, and I don't know that I want to pay $11 million for a reliever. Or I should say, I know that I don't want to spend $11 million on a reliever. And see, like, how did they sign him before we even get a shot at it? Both of these guys. Like, I would have made runs at both of them. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. All right, so yeah, these are the players who are available. It's the same players who are available every year. So let's delete and let's go to, and really, you know, I'm looking for anything. You know, there are no limitations. We just want the best possible deals at this point. So we have $35 million, and we are literally just looking for the best possible deals. No comp picks, nothing like that. Like Chris Bryant only wants $9 million. Only hit 197 last year. That would explain why. So let's start with pitchers. Fragile. Kimbrel at 4.6. He's an extreme fly ball pitcher, but he pitched really well last year. That might be somebody we take a look at. Javi Guerra. He's selfish. I'm not interested in that. Robbie Ray wants $14 million. I don't want to pay him $14 million. Stroman wants $18 and a comp pick. Alex Wood is out for another 6 months. He'd be back in May. That might be an option. Boyd, extreme fly ball with bad movement. That's a bad combination. Andrew Chafin, he's extreme. He wants a lot of money, but I mean, we need bullpen arms. Yeah, I don't know. Danny Duffy, again, extreme fly ball. If he wasn't an extreme fly ball, I would have made a run at Danny Duffy. J.A. Happ, the knuckleballer. Reynaldo Lopez, fly ball pitcher. He pitched for the Aces last year. Sean Manaea. I'm going to offer Sean Manaea a contract. Offer him 2 at 1.5. No, he only wants 1. All right, so 1 year at 1.5 for Sean Manaea. And I'm not going to do all this online. I'm just looking for some deals, and then I'll kind of take some of this offline, and we'll come back at the Rule 5, which is where I'm actually hoping to make some hay, as it were. Carlos Rodon. Yeah, here's another one we can offer a cheap deal, $1 million. Cool. A lot of 2.5-star pitchers, so I'm probably gonna mess around with this and see what I can find. Like I said, try to do some of it offline. Caleb Smith, extreme fly ball. Justin Wilson. He looks pretty good. I can make a run at Justin Wilson. He only wants a minor league deal. I mean, I no reason not to do that. Decent stuff, good movement, bad control, but fastball slider pitcher. And let's look at batters, and we'll make a quick run through it again like we just did with the pitchers, and then see if there's anybody here that is better than what we currently have. We have a decent center fielder, although, I mean, at 3.8, that's a lot of money for a backup outfielder for our team, I think. Crash Davis, Dexter Fowler, Mikhail Franco, who we signed and then, or we drafted and then traded. Yeah, see, Goodrum only wants 1.2 now. And I would be content bringing him back at 1.2. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, if we can sign 4 or 5 players really, really cheap, and then maybe we can land a quote-unquote big fish at that point, you know, that might be the option. I don't know. Monty Harrison. Starling Marte. We could sign Kutch. Alexander Palma. He's 26. He would be I mean, he's a good defensive right field. He's not really any better than Justin Williams, but he's better defensively. So that may be somebody we look at. Hunter Renfroe, very good defensively. Didn't really hit all that well with Boston. Might be a nice bat against lefties, though. Danny Santana had a decent year with the Red Sox. Can steal some bases. I don't mind Danny Santana. And again, it's all about just bringing players in and making them, not making them fit, but putting them in a position to succeed. And if we can sign a bunch of fairly cheap players to do that, I think that'll work. So, all right, guys, so that's it for 2.5 stars. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to sim ahead to the Rule 5. And we'll go over the deals that we made at that point. So I'll be back in just a sec. All right, we are back in time for the Rule 5. And you can see all the offers that we've made down below. Most of them I made with you here. Rodon, we've had to negotiate a little bit. We're up to 1.5. There was another team that was showing some interest. We just gave him 1.5. Santana's still thinking on his 1 year, $2 million. Goodrum, his 1 year, $1 million. Minea, his 1 year at 1.5. And then we made a couple of, I don't want to say substantial offers, but more substantial offers. We offered Jimmy Nelson a 3-year contract. It's actually a 2-year, $7 million. It's a 3-year contract with the 3rd year being a team option at $8 million. If he can put up the season he put up for the Dodgers a year ago, and obviously I'm not talking about the record because he's obviously not, you know, he's probably not going to approach 11-13 with us, but as long as he can stay healthy and he can put up that type of line, that's well worth it. And then we did make an offer to that stud reliever, Gerhan Buttenball, out of the Netherlands. 5-star. All right, sorry about that. I work above my garage, and my garage door was opened and closed, so I wanted that to be not recorded. But at any rate, yeah, we offered Bottenball a 3-year deal. It's like I want to say a 27, 28. No, it shows you, right? 3 years, $24.413 million. Worst case scenario, we can turn around and flip him if he ends up being disruptive. My guess is that for that money, with him being 5-star, we could probably flip him for something pretty good. But he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. So now, if we sign him, we'll have 2 really, really good pitchers at the back end of our bullpen, both of which are pretty young. So that leaves us with $15 million this year, $51 million for next season. The contract or the ticket price bump for $2 a year, or $2 per ticket, has increased our revenue per game by almost 50%. So we should have a ton of money. And then I am looking at a particular offensive player to bring in, but I want to wait until we get through the Rule 5. That player is Marcus Simeon. If we can sign Simeon to like a 2 or 3 year contract to play second base for us, I think that will be pretty solid. I don't know what he's asking for, or I know what he was asking for a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he wants 6 years. I don't want to pay him for 6 years. So let's get to the Rule 5 first and see what we can come up with. And then we will sort out any final moves that need to be made. So I don't need to put anybody on. Well, I guess Chavez Young should go on the 40-man. All right, now let's get to the Rule 5. So what do we got? And again, we can take anything, right? I mean, we really can take anything. It'll probably be offensive talent, but let's start with pitchers just to be safe. Joan, or it's probably Yoan Adon. Denny Brady. Noah Bremer. None of these guys are any good. Jacob Barnes is 31. Doval. We could take a run on Doval. I mean, bad control, but still potentially good stuff in movement, good fastball, good slider. Throws 100, but I want to see if there's a bat in there first. All right, so we start with Jose Devers, cousin of Rafael. Traded to the Reds this past season by the Marlins. Estevan Florial's got some pop in his bat. Peraza's not terrible. Number 81 prospect in baseball. Celestino with the Twins. Wouldn't be bad outfield depth. It's a little disappointing. I mean, and I knew who was going to be in here. I've done this 100 times, but it's still always a little disappointing when you go through this and you can't find somebody who's like, yeah, that's the guy I want for my team. You always hope that somebody new is going to show up on the list, and it's always the same people. Yeah, there's not really anybody here that. I mean, Devers isn't bad. You could take Peraza just because he's a top prospect. Only at 232 in AA, though. Devers at 298 in AA. Yeah, I think we'll take a run at Jose Devers, I guess. May as well. And let's go back and see if that pitcher is still there. He is, so we'll take Doval. All right, and we'll call that a draft. Yeah. All right, so now let's go back to the offseason. So we got, 15 million? 15 million left to spend. I would like to sign Simeon if I could. I mean, will he take 3 years at 10? You take 4 years at 10? No. All right, well, I'm going to sim ahead a bit, and we'll see if he comes back to us. If not, we can wait until January, and again, Simeon's not going to put us over the top, but we can potentially, at a bare minimum, we can see if he'll come back to us and say, hey, let's pick up negotiations again, and see if that happens. So I'm going to come back. I guess I'm going to come back right now, and that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. He wants to come back and talk to us. So I wanted to give you 3 years. So he'll take 3 years. Nope. I don't want to give you more than 3 years. So you're going to have to come back to me once again and tell me you're interested in coming back at 3 years. If he wants to come back in 3 years, I'll give it to him. All right, so we signed Santana, we signed Goodrum, we signed Manea. Stick them all on the active roster. And again, it's flexibility that I like. Santana can play multiple positions. Goodrum can play multiple positions. Manea gives us another pitcher at the back of our rotation. Let's keep simming ahead. Rick Porcello signs a 4-year contract with the Athletics. Jorge Soler with one of the New York teams. John Gray with one of the Los Angeles teams. We signed Rodon for 1 year at 1.5, so that's good. So that means we still have just sort of the big names left, right? Yeah, Nelson and Buttonball are the only two left. And we may go right up to the preseason and then see what's available at that point and see if we can get some players cheap. And I know we'll be able to sign a bunch of... Kyle Schwarber re-signs with the Cubs. I know we'll be able to sign a bunch of 2.5-star free agents to minor league contracts at the start of the season, and those players ultimately will probably be better than what we currently have. So we can fill out our minor leagues with that. We can give us some depth in case of injury, and we can also make some deals should some players get hurt. All right, so let's see if Simeon has changed his tune at all. He hasn't. Okay. It's January 1st. Is there anybody else that maybe we want to look at? I don't think so. I have my eye set on Simeon here. Maybe Chris Bryant as a potential bounce back. Bryant at third? Bryant in right? What does Chris Bryant want? We bring Bryant in at like this? Sure. Okay. 3 years, $19 million for Chris Bryant. That gives us another potential impact bat in the lineup. 3 years, $19 million for somebody who is a 30 home run guy. Struggled last season, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so Jimmy Nelson signed his contract. That's awesome. The players are leery of Gerhard Bottenball. So let's immediately try to flip him and see what we can get for Bottenball. Or are we stuck with him? I can't imagine we'd be stuck with him. Somebody has to. Yeah, we're getting some prospect offers. Not a ton, but some. And some is better than nothing. Yeah, none of these prospects are all that good. What if we switch to regulars? Mendick. He's an extreme fly ball pitcher, but he put up 2.5 WAR for the Astros a year ago. Develops into a solid number 2. He's only 24. Maybe. Really, Shohei Ohtani. You would give us Shohei Ohtani for Gerhard Bottenball, huh? Okay. Well, that might be something we do. And I understand it's not realistic, but I said right from the beginning that if this guy was a potential disruptive influence, that I would trade him. So, can we get Ohtani and Sandoval? So you want Gratterall in return? He would be our starting right fielder, and he would slot into our rotation. I feel like he's only making $5 million. I would love to get Sandoval as well, though. Can we make that work? What if we gave you... Where is he? If we added Justin Williams a bit more. So you want Larnach as well. I don't want to give you Larnach. Newcomb? Let's just submit that and see what sort of response we get. Let's go ahead and sim ahead a week. That was not expected, but if I can somehow pick up Shohei Ohtani in exchange for a pitcher who is... Okay, so we get no way. So they want Hernandez, Larnach, Andahar, or Gratterall. Okay, well, I don't want to give up any of those players. So if we remove Newcomb, what if we add in a 3-star player? What if we give you Ian Hamilton? Okay, so let's submit that offer. Let's sim ahead a couple of days. We can make this work, guys. We're gonna get Shohei Ohtani and Patrick Sandoval. Almost. I guess I could turn around and flip Manea. It wasn't the plan, but I'd be okay with that. Sure. Okay. So we make a deal, a substantial deal, an unexpected deal for a couple of Los Angeles Angels. We pick up Shohei Ohtani and we pick up Patrick Sandoval, and that immediately improves us offensively and defensively. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sim ahead to the right before opening day, and I think we're going to play opening day. So I'm going to sim ahead to spring training. I'm going to do all the stuff that needs to be done. I'm going to sign all my minor league free agents and everything, and then, yeah, we'll set the rosters, and we'll play opening day. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, we are back. It is Friday, April 1st. We're a couple days away from opening day, and we got our guys. We got Chris Bryant. We signed him to a 3-year contract, $19 million. It's really only 2 years at 12. We can cut him, or we can decline that player option at $7 million. But if he performs like the Chris Bryant of old, that will be an absolute bargain for us. We also got Marcus Simeon at the price we wanted him at, 3 years at $10 million. Has a no trade clause, but he'll consider waiving it to go to almost any team. So we have a new second baseman, a new third baseman, a new right fielder, and we are in good shape. Financial update, we looked at that. Player development. Anybody of interest that we need to keep an eye on here? Sandoval, a little better, a little worse. Jackson Reeves got a little better. Ohtani, a little better, a little worse. Hernandez, a little better, a little worse. Doval got better, which is nice to see. Paredes got a little worse. Simeon is fine. Devers got worse. We'll probably just end up sending him back. In fact, let's just do that now. Camargo is going to slide into a backup role. I don't know how he's going to feel about that, but I don't really care. Chris Bryant's eye got better. Power got a little worse. Miguel Andujar was working out in left field during spring training. Again, for that flexibility. Hernandez got better. Larnach got better. Mullins got better. All right, so not a ton of development, but we do have to make some changes here. We have 18 pitchers on our big league roster. Alvarado can get sent down, so that's 17. Pitching ratings. So we got to send, 4 players down? Yeah, 4 players down. So we will send down whom? Who do we want to send down? So I think Fleming probably goes down because he just got off to such a bad start for us last year. Kennedy's a starter. Abreu, I think he needs a shot. So Reese can go down. Gotta send 2 more players down. Can we send... I don't want to send Strom down. I don't want to send Crook down. Curtis Taylor. Extreme fly ball. Send Curtis Taylor down. And Emilio Vargas. All right, so we have our 13. One of these pitchers goes to the bullpen. I think it's going to be Sandoval for now. And we will run with this as our 5-man rotation. Ohtani, Rodon, Nelson, Kennedy, and Fuentes. Our bullpen. Gratterall we're lefty heavy, man, in our bullpen, but that's fine. So we'll go Hernandez and Sandoval as our setup. Strom, Crook, and Abreu is our middle relief. What does that look like? Yeah, that's fine. I am okay with that. So Ohtani's going to be our opening day starter, and we have to send how many players down now? We got to send a bunch. We got to send 7 players down. Contreras can go down. Sanchez can go down. They wants me to put... Fine, I'll put him on the injured list. Eguy Rosario, Kyle Farmer, Yusniel Diaz, Chavez Young, Daz Cameron. Can they all go down? They can. All right, so where does that leave us? 26. I think we're good. I think we are good. So let's set our lineups. Batting ratings. So we are going to have Marcus Simeon will be our leadoff hitter. Our number 2 hitter will be Ced Mullins. Number 3 will be Well, this is against righties, so... I mean, I'd like to get Andahar out there. I'd like to get Larnach out there. I'd like to get Ohtani out there. I mean, I want all these guys out there, obviously. So Ohtani's going to bat third. So I think we're going to do this. Mullins will bat leadoff. Simeon will bat second. Ohtani will bat third. Bryant will bat fourth. And now what do we do? So do we start Paredes? No, I think we start Andujar at first. We will start Kike at short. Our left fielder will be Larnach, so I think we're going to do that, actually. And our starting catcher will be Ryan Jeffers. I like our lineup, guys. I like our lineup. Naito's not going to start every second game. I like our lineup. We've got a ton of flexibility between Paredes, Camargo, Santana, and Goodrum. So if somebody gets hurt, we should be good. But I like our lineup. So let's copy this. Let's paste. So against lefties, do we want to do anything different? So Larnach against lefties is actually still very good. Ohtani against lefties. We could probably get him out. I think Santana. Camargo. Yeah, Camargo needs to be in there against lefties. And where do we play him? Do we play him at short and put Kike in right field? Yeah, I think that's what we do. So we do this. We do this. Make him our starting shortstop. Where he's not particularly good, but actually, is he better at second? Yeah, he's better at second, and Simeon's okay at short. So we'll do this. And then move him up. Leave Camargo there. We'll move Enrique up because he's really good against lefties as well. Yeah, so we'll run with that against left-handers. So let's copy this into the DH. Let's paste. And who's going to start? Danny Santana will start as our designated hitter against lefties. Why did it do that? Fine with that. I don't want him starting every fifth game. And then I don't want that. And then here, copy, paste, and I guess we'll go Santana again. Santana will get that playing time as our designated hitter. He's not starting every second game. So there's our lineup. I'm happy with our lineup. We've made some significant upgrades to our lineup without spending a ton of money. Simeon is $10 million. Ohtani's 5.5 this year. Bryant is like 7, I think, this year. Or no, Bryant's like 5 this year too. Santana's 2. So I like the way our lineup looks. So let's go ahead and sim the last couple of games. Hopefully we don't suffer any injuries. We're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Reds on opening day. Or are we? Who are we playing on opening? Yeah, we're playing the Reds. Okay, so our last preseason game, our last spring training game is against the Reds. And our opening day game is also against the Reds. So Shohei Ohtani will be starting on opening day for us. So it'll be interesting to see who they put in right field. All right, let's sim ahead one more day. Get to opening day, play that game, and call it an episode. Eventually. A lot of calculating for independent league teams. All right, so stay respectable on the field. I think we can do that. Patrick Murphy placed on waivers. We'll take a look at waivers here in a second. No prospects, but that's fine. Where do we stand? Minor league system. Oh, we're 30th. We don't have anybody in the top 100. That's okay. Preseason predictions have us going 75 and 87. I would take that in a heartbeat. Do we have anybody showing up on either of these lists? Nope, we don't. Oh, and I didn't sign minor league free agents. So let's go to free agents. Let's look at everybody who isn't asking for money. Let's bring them all in. I don't care how many catchers we have. Let's just bring them all in. No, I'm not going to sign 12 catchers. That wouldn't make any sense. But we will sign a whole bunch of 2-star players. Marwin wants money. Brock Holt. Let's bring in Brock Holt. All right, let's sign, offer contracts to all those players. Come in here, do the same thing. Anderson, Arrieta, Duffy, John Rizzo. He's out for 7 to 8 months, so we're not going to sign him. Let's sign some of these other 2-star pitchers. Johnny Lester, maybe he wants to come back home to Boston. Who knows? Chase Anderson. Let's offer contracts to those guys. And let's play opening day. Let's play today's game and see if we can start our season out 1-0. So the Reds, who had a worse record than us last year, will start Jose Garcia at shortstop. Jesse Winker will bat second and play left field. The Moose, Mike Moustakas, batting third, playing second. Eugenio Suarez does the cleanup hitting, batting fourth, playing third. Tyler Naquin in right, batting fifth. Tyler Stevenson doing the catching, batting sixth. Joey Votto, batting seventh. Shogo Akiyama, batting eighth. And Luis Castillo, who was 15-14 with a 3.34 ERA a year ago. For us, it's Mullins batting leadoff. Nope, I don't want Rodon. Oh, I guess Ohtani's tired. Oh, stupid game. Okay, so Mullins batting leadoff, Simeon at second, batting second, Ohtani batting third, Bryant batting cleanup, playing short, Andujar playing first, batting fifth, Trevor Larnach in left field, batting sixth, Kike Hernandez batting seventh, the shortstop, Ryan Jeffers batting eighth, doing the catching, and Rodon will start for us. 11-9, 4.82 a year ago. So let's play this game. So we are on the road. Oh, no, we're at home. This is our ballpark. Opening day in Boston, 47 degrees. And Rodon strikes out Garcia to get this one started. Jesse Winker is a pull hitter. 1-0 pitch to him. And I think we're losing, or is that going to stay in the park? No, it's going to stay in the park. Catch made out in right field. And Moustakas is an extreme pull hitter. 2-2 pitch, lefty on lefty. So Rodon strikes out 2 in the first. Here comes Ced Mullins. Difficult year last year for Cedric, although he did hit 16 home runs, steal 30 bases. So ultimately, he ended up pretty good. Marcus Simeon, his first plate appearance as a Blazer, he strikes out. And Shohei Ohtani, he strikes out as well. So 4 strikeouts in the first inning. 2 by each club. Eugenio Suarez, shift left for him. 3-1 pitch from Rodon. Popped up on the infield. I like this camera angle. It's a little bit higher up. Tyler Naquin. Lefty on lefty there. Naquin, base hit to center. So first hit of the year for either team. Stevenson is an extreme pull hitter, but I think we're going to go double play depth with the catcher. And he strikes out. So Joey Votto now. 3-2 pitch to Votto. Strike 3. So 4 strikeouts through 2 innings for Carlos Rodon. Chris Bryant leads off the second. He gets hit by a pitch. That brings up Miguel Andujar. And he walks. So the first 2 runners reach here in the second, and that will bring up Larnach. Smacks that one to left. Catches made, or to right. Catches made out there. Here comes Kike. Grounded to second. Fielder's choice. Runners on the corners. 2 outs for Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers pops up on the infield, and Cincinnati gets out of that one unscathed. Go to the third. No score still. Akiyama. 2-0 pitch to him. And that's going to be a leadoff single for the number 8 hitter. Let's bring the corners in. I assume they're going to be bunting here. Yep. Back to the pitcher. Over to second. He drops the ball. Ugh. Okay. So 2-2 pitch to Garcia. Grounded to short. 6. Another error. So back-to-back errors have loaded the bases for Jesse Winker. 2-2 pitch to him. He strikes out, so that's big. Moustakas, hard shift right. Don't walk him. High fly ball. So the Reds are I think they're going to take the lead here. Here comes the throw to the plate. And the runner is safe. All right, so the Reds take a 1-0 lead. They pick up an unearned run. We will shift left against Suarez. 3-2 pitch. Hits that one down the left field line. The Reds are now up 2-0. Runners at the corners. Naquin. Grounded on the infield. Pitcher has it. An infield single, so it's 3-0. So that sucks. So 2 errors in the inning lead to some chaos here. 1-2 pitch to Votto. Grounded to third. And we get out of the inning. We give up 3 unearned runs on 2 errors, and it's 3-0. Carlos Rodon with a leadoff double to start the 3rd inning. So Rodon trying to help himself get back into this one. Back to the top of the order, Cedric Mullins in the dirt for a ball. So 1st and 2nd, nobody out again for Marcus Simeon. Draws a walk, and that will bring up Shohei Ohtani with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 3rd inning. And Ohtani hits that one out to center. Is that going to be deep enough? It is deep enough. So we score our first run of the game. A sac fly by Ohtani. Mullins goes to 3rd. Here comes Bryant. Chris Bryant hits that one out to left. That one's going to be caught, but that should be deep enough to get the 2nd run home. It is. So we climb right back into this one. We're now down 3-2. Marcus Simeon on first now with 2 outs. Miguel Andujar hits that one out to left. Diving catch made out there. So we go to the 4th down by a run. It'll be 8-9-1. Akiyama hits that one deep and gone. So we're now down 4-2. So we give that run right back. Strikeout there. Rodon now has 6 strikeouts on the game. Garcia hits that one to right. Catch is made out in right field. Here comes Winker. Winker pops that one out to right. So we give 1 run back. We're down by 2. 4-2 through 3.5. How many pitches has... He's thrown 81 pitches in 4 innings. That's a ton. We're going to get Crook up. Let's see if Larnach can get us back into this one. We're down by 2. Base hit to right, leading off the inning. So we've had some base runners in each of the last 3 innings. Here comes Hernandez. Grounded to 3rd. An error there, so we get the first 2 runners on. Here comes Jeffers. It's a fly ball out to left. Catch is going to be made out there. And I think... No, we're not going to send the runner. What we are going to do, though, is pinch hit. We are going to pinch hit. They have a righty going. Danny Santana is going to come in to pinch hit for Rodon, who went the first 4. 1-2 pitch to Santana. Grounded down the 3rd base line for extra bases. Danny Santana with a... Going for 3. Danny Santana with a bases clearing 2-run triple to tie this one at 4. And here comes Ced Mullins with a chance to give us the lead. That one's going to get down for a hit, and we are now up 5-4 as the offense coming up huge. Let's try hit and run. Strike 3. Mullins is going to steal second, so runner on second, 2 outs for Ohtani. He walks, and that will bring up Bryant, who strikes out, but we take the lead. We are up 5-4. Rodon ended up going 4, gave up 4 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. He struck out 6. Well, not a terrible outing. The errors certainly hurt in that 3rd inning. Base hit for Moustakas up the middle. Suarez. Let's see if we can get a double play ball. 1-2 pitch to Suarez. Strike 3. That will bring up Naquin. Get a double play ball from him. No, it's another base hit, though. So 2 on here with 1 out in the 5th. Stevenson is an extreme pull. Let's try double play depth again with the catcher. Nope, he's going to gap that one. Right center field. That's going to tie the game. And it's going to give the Reds the lead. They take the lead 6-5. Here comes Votto. Another base hit. So Crook is getting hit hard here. Here comes the throw to the plate. He's safe, and we're down by 2. Let's get Sandoval up. I probably should have gotten Sandoval up beforehand, but that's my fault. Oh. Akiyama grounded to second. 4-6 fielder's choice. They're going to bring in Romano, and we strike him out. So they score 3 times. We're now down by 2 again, and we come back to Andahar. It's going to be a base hit for Miguel Andahar, leading off the 5th. Here comes Larnach. He strikes out. Hernandez. It's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. They don't turn it. Jeffers going to walk. Let me flip the order. Yep. Okay. So they got a righty. Who do I want to pinch hit here? Paredes, I think. 2 on, 2 outs, and Isaac Paredes stepping in. That's gonna get down for a hit, so that should score a run. It does. So we're within a run again, as Isaac Paredes has an RBI single, and we go back to the top of the order in Cedric Mullins. Ground ball on the infield, and that will retire the side. But we get within a run, so we're not going away. Here comes Garcia against Sandoval. And that ball, is that going to stay in the park? I think it is. Yep. On the warning track, catch is made. Winker. 2-2 pitch to him. Strike 3. And Moustakas. 3-2 pitch to him. That's a base hit. So Moose with a couple of hits off of lefties here in this one. A 2-out single. Suarez, we will shift left. 1-2 pitch to Eugenio Suarez. And we get out of the inning, so we are still down by a run. And we've got 2, 3, 4, Simeon, Ohtani, and Bryant. Simeon draws a walk. They got to take Romano out of the game. They bring in Chris Stratton to face Shohei Ohtani. Wild pitch sends Simeon down to second base. Ohtani grounds it to short. Runner moves to third with 1 out. Here comes Bryant. Grounded on the infield with the infield in, so the Reds are able to keep that runner from scoring. And here comes Andahar. Andahar hammers that one down the left field line for extra bases. That's going to get Simeon home. Andujar's got a double, and we are tied at 7. Can Larnach give us the lead? No, he strikes out. But we go to the 7th, tied at 7. Don't walk the leadoff man. Okay, strike 3. Stevenson now, hard shift left. Walks the catcher, Joey Votto. Walks him. Akiyama. Walks him. What the hell? Okay. I don't know. Hernandez, I guess. 2-2 pitch to Castellanos. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly. That's 2 away. And we have to get him out of there. He's exhausted. Hernandez is ready, so we will get Darwinson up. Hopefully he doesn't walk this man. 2-2 pitch from Hernandez. Oof, and we get out of the inning. So 3 walks, but we managed to get out of the inning. We got to get somebody else up now. Nope. Abreu. So we got Hernandez, Jeffers in the pitcher's spot. Strike 3. Jeffers draws a walk. So they got a righty out there. I mean, we're going to go with Camargo. I think that makes the most sense. And they have lefties coming up next inning, right? Yeah, lefty, lefty, righty, lefty. So we got to get a lefty up. Let's get Strom up. Can Camargo continue our success as pinch hitters? Yes, we are 3 for 3 in this game pinch hitting with a triple and 2 singles. Top of the order in Cedric Mullins. He strikes out, and that will leave it to Marcus Simeon. And that's a base hit to center. Marcus Simeon with a clutch 2-out RBI single, scoring Jeffers, and we take our first, no, we're not our second lead of the game. Here comes Ohtani with a chance to blow it open a bit. A wild pitch sends both runners into scoring position, so a base hit will score a pair here. Ohtani grounds out to second. So we are up by a run. And we're going to bring in Strom. And, yeah, I think we're just going to stick with Strom. They are a very left-handed heavy team, so shift right. 2-2 pitch from Strom to Winker. Strike 3. Hard shift right against Moustakas. 1-2 pitch to him. Grounded into the shift. It's 2 away. And Suarez, we will shift left. 1-2 pitch from Strom to Suarez. That's going to be a double down the right field, at least a double down the right field line. So a 2-out runner in scoring position for the Reds. And that will bring up another lefty in Tyler Naquin. Can we get out of the inning? Looks like we can. Fly ball out to left, and that will retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th now up. I don't know why I keep going to Cincinnati. I know why I keep going to Cincinnati. It's because of my other save. We will get Gratterall up. We got Bryant, Andujar, and Larnach coming up this inning. Chris hits that one high in the air to left center field. It's going to stay in the ballpark, though. Catch is made out there. 1 away. Andujar, 2 for 3 with an RBI double last time up. Singles again. A 3-hit opening day for Miguel Andujar. And that will bring up Trevor Larnach now. And that's another base hit. So 2 hits here in the 8th. Andujar will slide into third. So runners on the corners with 1 out. And that brings up Enrique Hernandez. They have the corners in. Kike smashes that one to left. A diving catch made out there. He better be safe. He is safe because he dove. So an RBI fly out for Hernandez, and that will bring up Jeffers. Base hit for Jeffers. So runners on first and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to go back to the well here, and we'll go with Austin Dean. Give him an opportunity. Can he pick up a clutch 2-out hit in the 8th? He cannot. He flies out to left. That's fine. We go to the 9th with a 2-run lead, and our closer, Brusdar Gratterall, set to come in. So they've got Stevenson first. We will hard shift left against him. 1-1 pitch from Gratterall to Stevenson is a base hit. No, not the start we wanted out of our closer, but that's okay. Here comes Votto. He strikes out. Akiyama. Let's get a ground ball at an infielder. Hits a fly ball out to center. Mullins is going to... Oh, it's going to get over his head. What is going on? So a double. The runner doesn't score, but they have the tying run in scoring position now. Gratterall against India. Big strikeout. And against O'Neill Cruz, we will hard shift right. 3-1 pitch to him. Grounded back to the pitcher. And we win the game. So that was a fun game. A lot of offense. We got some timely relief pitching, and we win opening day by the final score of 9-7. So for the Reds, they had 3 hits from Naquin and Akiyama. Akiyama also homered. Stevenson had 2 hits. Suarez, Moustakas had 2 hits. Garcia 0 for 5 at the top of their lineup. Castillo started, went 3 1/3, 4 hits, 5 runs for them earned. Romano came in, gave up 2 runs in an inning and 2/3. Stratton pitched a scoreless inning. Anton gave up 2 runs and 4 hits. For us, Miguel Andujar 3 for 4 with an RBI. Look at all those RBIs. Danny Santana with a pinch hit 2-run triple. Paredes with a pinch hit RBI single, and then Mullins, Simeon, Ohtani, Bryant, Andujar, and Hernandez all had RBIs. Rodon went the first 4 innings, gave up one earned run, gave up 4 total, struck out 6. Crook struggled in his 1 inning. Sandoval pitched an inning and 2/3, walked 3, struck out 3. Darwinson came in with the bases loaded, struck out the one man he faced on 3 pitches and gets the win. Strahm pitches a scoreless 8th, and Gratterall gets his first save of the game. So there you go. There you have it. We win on opening day. We are 1-0 for the first time in franchise history. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. When we come back, it'll be May 1st. We'll do the May-June thing. And I think now we'll slide kind of into that routine like I have with my other saves. So the next episode will be May-June. The following episode will be July. The episode after that will be the end of the season. So let me know what you think of our offseason. I think it was really successful. Simeon, Ohtani, Bryant, Rodon, Nelson, Sandoval. I think it was just a very, very positive offseason for us. We still have a little bit of money to spend this year. This number will continue to go up as we draw people in. And yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.